All right, y'all. So I haven't recorded in a while, I think. But anyway, I'm recording from my crafting space ish. See behind me? This is my filter I use because y'all be kind of nosy, be trying to look all in the background. So this is the filter I'm using. But anyway, I recently came across, not recently, but maybe the past couple of weeks, I've been watching videos from a page called Adult Soup. It's really dope. So you guys should check it out. I'll put the name in this because I'll probably post this on Instagram. And I've been watching the videos, and she actually comes up with some really interesting topics, and it's actually cool to get different perspectives, especially when she discusses it with men. Because for me, that's usually the aspect that I'm not aware of, or that you don't really get much insight to, because generally speaking, a lot of men are not as forthcoming with certain things. And I guess she knows how to pick them because the ones that I've watched so far have been actually pretty open and honest and kind of transparent, which is great. And everybody knows me and how I feel about transparency. So we should check that out. I'm just gonna talk quickly about one thing that she touched on because I actually wrote notes, y'all. Like I was really like, yes, this is good. But something that she touched on when she was talking to one of the guys was, what information you share when dating. Um, and that goes for like a lot of things. And for me personally, if you ask, I'm gonna tell. Everybody knows that that's how I am. I'm not shy when it comes to certain things. I have no reason to hold things back. A lot of people are nervous to say certain things about their past or what they've been through or what have you because they think the person's going to judge them. They're not sure how they're going to react, and things like that. So for me personally, if you ask, I'm going to tell. But please don't ask me if you don't want to know, because like, don't ask people stuff. That's the point for me. Don't ask stuff that you can't handle the answer to. So for instance, she discussed whether or not you should discuss how many sexual partners you've had previously, and she asked the guy if he judges for it. Um, for me, again, I don't think it's something that I'll ask. Um, I don't care if I'm asked. I don't have anything to be ashamed of, but most people don't know. I feel like they can give you a roundabout answer, but they don't know, especially if the number is probably higher. Um, the assumption is going to be that men, well, technically me for the most part, I feel like men that I deal with are probably going to have a higher number than I am for the most part. Um, in life, I'm sure I've dealt with people who had lower numbers than me just because you could tell. But we were also kind of younger then and all that good stuff. But so for me, I don't think I would ask because I'm also a person who overthinks everything, and it's a blessing and a curse because I feel like I think about it until I can't think about it anymore, and usually I think it into the ground. Like, and most times I come up with some kind of solution, or sometimes it just makes it worse. So I've actually been talking to a friend of mine, and he suggests that I stop thinking so much. So we're gonna try that. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we're gonna try because yeah. But so for that, I don't care if it comes up. If you ask me, I'm gonna ask you because don't be asking me stuff that you're not willing to answer. And that's the thing too. Like, don't lie. Like, that's another thing. If you're gonna ask me something, I'm not gonna lie because I don't lie. Nobody believes me when I say I don't lie. I do not lie. I will not answer you before I lie to you. And I'm not going to just volunteer lies. Like, I hate people that volunteer lies. Like, what are you lying for? I didn't even ask you that, so but you giving me lies. Like, shut up. All right. We're not gonna go off in that tangent, but what I'm saying is if you're gonna have conversations when you're dating, you're getting to know someone, don't lie. But that's easier said than done because some people just lie. Trust me, I know. But I really feel like a huge part of dating in the beginning is people trying to be who they think you want them to be and not so much who they are. So I feel like that brings in the lies. Um, but I feel like that was a good point. I personally, I don't care. As long as you know you get checked out, make sure your goods are good and all that good stuff. It is what it is. Also, when you have children, do you tell people right off the bat that you have children? Hell yes. Like what would be the point of not telling someone you have children or how many? So, for me, I have 3 kids. 3 boys, 2 relationships. Um my youngest is 3. The relationship was about 5 years. The older 2 are 8 and almost 11. Relationship relationship. Um 5ish years, probably the same. Um, Maybe longer. That was like an on and off type of thing. Makes my head hurt think about it, but whatever. So a lot of people won't say that they have kids or how many kids or um, what have you because they feel like they're gonna get judged or someone might not want to date them. And you know what? For me, don't date me. Like if you don't like the fact that I have 3 children, I am 100% okay with that because that just means that you're not for me. I'm not for you. That's it. But if you're going to waste time by lying or hiding the fact that you have children, then what's the point? Like, what are you dating for? I don't get it. If you're going to just be volunteering lies and withholding pertinent information, I don't feel like you don't have to tell everything. Again, I'm I'm a talk, especially if I like you and we connect well. We just go talk and everything will come out for the most part. And that's fine with me, but that's not okay for everybody. And I've come to terms with that too. Like everybody's not going to share how I share, and I'm okay with that as well. But what I'm saying is if you're going to date somebody and really try to get to know them, then I would say you should tell the truth. Period. Um so that's it for this video because it's already almost 8 minutes long. So yeah, what do y'all think? What are some questions that you should absolutely ask and talk about and discuss when you first get to know somebody? For me, the sexual partners thing, again, some people might be turned off by it. So maybe that's something you get out, in the beginning, before you invest too much time. Because if you talk to somebody and they're like, oh yeah, I slept with like, I don't know, like 100 people, that might be a turn off to you. You might be like, nah. And that's it. But if it's like 6 months down the line and now you want to ask this person that, then it's kind of like, okay, you wasted 6 months, or you're going to act like it don't bother you because you like them, and then it's going to be in the back of your head, and then after those 6 months it's going to be 6 more shitty months, and then you're going to end up breaking it off because you can't deal with the fact that they slept with 100 people. So that's why I feel like these conversations, some of them should happen early on. I know a lot of people are not comfortable discussing sex in the beginning, but it's not really discussing sex. It's discussing how many people you had sex with. You know that obviously at some point you're going to have sex with this person. At least that's generally the thought, unless you're a virgin, you're waiting to get married, all that good stuff. That's different. But if that's going to eventually become a part of the equation and situation, I don't see why that can't be talked about early on. And the kids thing too. I feel like that's important. Granted, if the kids don't live with them, this is for the men, because 9 times out of 10 the kid lives with the woman. But if the kid doesn't live with them, obviously it's not going to have such a huge impact on your relationship. But what I've learned is if they have a shitty relationship with their kid's mother, that will affect your relationship, because 9 times out of 10 the kid's mother's going to act real stupid. But I digress. That came up recently too. But yeah, what y'all think? What are some things that you feel like needs to be discussed right off the bat in the beginning, that some people might try not to discuss, if that makes sense?